But what if we wanted to do something like this? Let's say we wanted to calculate 2 squared. Well, you might want to do something like this. You might say, oh, my text equals 2 console.writeLine my text times my text. This code will not work, and it won't work for a very specific reason. Although technically the syntax is valid in this program, we are not allowed to assign integer literals to strings, which brings us into the first type we have at our disposal, and one of the most common types you're going to be using in any programming language you might ever want to use, and that is the integer. Integers, again, I'm putting this in for sake of completeness, are a keyword, in this case int. We know it's a keyword because it is blue, that simply alias out to the system.in32 type. So these are basically the same integers. So I just want to point this out for especially people coming from Java, because these are the same thing. We'll get into a little bit more complicated delineations between integers and strings later, but the most important one to realize is that integers contain integer data. An integer is any positive or negative whole number. So it can't have a decimal place in it, but it can be any positive or any negative whole number. And by creating a variable where we specify the type as int, we are allowed to place any integer expression or any integer literal into that variable. So in this case, we have the integer literal 10.